Welcome to Baker's channel where stories unfold, covering trials, dramas untold. Grab your seats, settle in, start the show. Courtroom clashes, the fun we bestow. Baker's channel, action's hot, dramas and fun, all we've got. Discuss, debate, break it down. Baker's channel, just the best in town. Lawyers spar, tensions high, sparks fly. We laugh, we learn, dive into the why. Join the chat, have your say, it's your place too. Every twist, we're here for you. Baker's channel, action's hot, trials and fun, all we got. Discuss, debate, break it down. Baker's channel, just the best in town. Damn, please like join the crowd. Baker's channel, we're live and loud.
Good morning, good evening, good
Good
afternoon,
morning, or
wherever
wherever
you
you're in
are,
the time continuum.
whoever you are, and what if any you may be today, because it's Monday, a good day
It
to not be
is
yourself.
truly.
I today will be Princess Annabelle from Liechtenstein. Mo,
Oh, dang it. You stole my guess. Well, I'm just going to be Mo to 13. Usually I'm Mo to 11, but I'm cranking it up Spinal Tap style, the remake.
yeah. Everyone, we are hopefully going to cover the Sarah Boone pro se litigant Mo, you got it down. She is
pro se. She is her own third-party intervener, and I did make her an honorary esquire in my dramatic readings, but I'm not sure that she actually is.
And what's it called when she doesn't have any money?
Indigent and indigent. Yeah, I don't know why she kept making a point of telling us that she was both poor and indigent. But still, what was her act, fight, love, or what the heck was her ridiculous 3-letter or 3-word motivational speech thing? Act,
I loved
fight.
Where is her hearing not affected by the hurricane? I don't know. I have put Josie, my lead investigator. She's so elite on my channel that Mo doesn't even know she goes by her undercover name, Josie, on my channel.
Yeah.
To see if they can find it, because none of the big ones have it up. And maybe normally she can snoop around on court's websites and they can tell us that, nope, it's not going, or yes, it's going.
Yeah. So I have heard scuttlebutt, like, that it is unfair or inherently bad that she is being made to go pro se. In my personal opinion, she was given so many chances to remove her brain part from her rear part that, I was trying to be nice, Baker, since we're I don't
now you're
see
not just
what
hitting
is,
my channel, you're hitting your own today, so you better.
well, I mean, my own channel, but I think that she's gamed the system enough. Do we need to give her more? Do we need to, at some point, can we put George's family in the equation as well? They've waited 4 years to try to get some kind of movement forward on this case.
It was actually scheduled for 8:45, but she had her breaks because it's not an unlimited pool of attorneys you can just go through to delay, because it's also, as Mo said, justice delayed for Jorge's family if she's found guilty. Again, presumption of innocence.
That's what you get for doing that to me.
I think that video, they should just say, Your Honor, our opening statement, we would like to show a video.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the thing. This is not a case where you need to do anything as the prosecutor other than show that video, have the medical examiner come in, and then show the interrogation. I mean, this is not a whodunit or anything.
Michelle's mixed media madness. That's a lot of M's. Its start time was supposed to be 8:45 according to the docket. So, but we have our crack team of investigators and my refresh button working on it.
Yeah,
I don't know. Josie might be doing something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's my problem with this. You know, she needs a lawyer business because I feel like she's been given her chances.
Yeah.
And at what point do we take agency away from, you know, Sarah she made her own choice. She's acted this way. So why are we taking agency away like she was unable to control herself and be a functional human?
And again, yes, she needs a lawyer. She needs 10 lawyers. The problem is a lawyer have certain obligations to the court. And the people who withdrew from Sarah's case all did it on the same basis. Of course, those who conflicted out didn't withdraw. But the rest of them was because Sarah wanted a trial run by Sarah, which would probably mean that the lawyers would have to do a lot of unethical stuff, which they're not allowed to do. We see this in other trials as well, where the defendant believes that you can say not intentional, then you can't be sentenced, or you can say grounds, and you're home free. Back in the days, you didn't have lawyers.
No.
You are in the end, you are your own lawyer. A lawyer is actually just there to interpret laws for you and tell you what the law says. But if you keep saying, I have a fan in South Korea telling me that I have a right to a bond, and your lawyer says, well, honey boo boo, you don't have $1 million and you can't prove what you're saying. Then at what point must justice prevail? I think she's an incompetent mess. Yes.
Yes. Now, the only thing I do question is maybe the standards of procedure or how she will get all of her discovery, what accommodations will be made so she can do, you know, her legal shenanigans of whatever kind. I feel like she should be afforded that, but anything else, I think that she's been given plenty of chances. This is exactly like you don't negotiate with toddlers or people of ill intent. So she is just like a toddler. She is holding her breath. She is, you know, screaming her eyes out. No, you ignore and you say, these are actions, these are consequences. And maybe if her, you know, people in her life or she'd had consequences before, this wouldn't have happened.
Exactly. And thank you, Recovery Raiders, for coming over.
Absolutely.
This is the Baker.
Thank you.
This is Mo. I don't know if I'm pointing the right way.
It's hard. It's like, where am
Yeah,
I?
I do it on my screen. So I'm probably just something else. But we are hoping that we can find a live feed for the Sarah Boone thing. Eleanor from Troon, Scotland. Something should be on the way to you if it hasn't arrived already. No, probably not. I sent it last week. We don't know Palola's mom. We haven't seen anything about it. I can see a recovery addict is out driving somewhere.
Oh, well, safe driving for a recovery addict. Looks like it's, you know, going to be a little bit crazy out there for those people near Florida. So if you are near Florida, you know, I hope you're staying safe and you're all prepared and you'll be in my thoughts and prayers. I'm just praying for the whole Florida.
Yeah, I wrote little D yesterday, said, please be careful if you're anywhere where it could get a little hairy. So Someone's asked something. Someone was answering. Did I miss something?
I
No. Let's get Grace, the judge. Hopefully they are prepared or bring in Daryl Brooks' judge. I think she was a kindergarten teacher before being a judge with her patients. Let me
did
be
not
honest.
like the way she handled that.
I watched her try another trial with a lady who put Vicine in a woman she was a caregiver for. She was absolutely horrendous. I think Brooks acted the way he did because she gave him way too much leverage. I feel this judge
It's
will take Sarah down a peg.
well, that's the thing. You set the pattern, and that judge set a pattern of giving him 50 gajillion chances. He knew that he could play around, and then as soon as he got into that room, I'll be a good boy, and then she would bring him back. That was, to me, that was exactly the wrong step, and he would have had to she had to lay down the law. Again, it's like dealing with a toddler. This is a person that's never had consequences. And if you continue to give him little outs, he will use and manipulate those. So I did
Yeah.
not appreciate the way she did that, because I thought it took so much longer since she had to, what was it, Rule 1108 or something? I can't remember.
Yeah.
But she read it out every time.
Yeah, according to, I can't remember it either, but I like Borowski,
Absolutely.
who just said, "Enough, into my room now. You just made your paralegal witness in this case. Stop it. My room." I like them doing that. A YouTube lawyer met with Sarah Boone and has an odd perspective. Which YouTube lawyer? I know the lawyer you know is in Florida, but
I think it was mentor, excuse me, mentor lawyer or something like that. Because I saw a different perspective, and I'm open to the idea that some people feel it's unfair that she got, the court basically said, you don't have a lawyer anymore.
yeah,
But I feel like the court did a good job in those 13 pages, really spelling out exactly how dysfunctional she has been, exactly how counterproductive, and how just, if it's not a conscious ploy to waste time, it is a inability to recognize that not intentional doesn't mean not guilty.
yeah. Well, I think she handled him well, but she did the same kind of things that some moms do. She said, "I'm not going to tell you again," and then she told him 5 more times. If she the
Yeah.
first time have said, "Okay, Mr. Boone, sorry, Mr. Brooks," they might end up in a inter-prison love
Oh my
romance.
God, that would be a match made in hell. And I'm here for the reality TV show, but that would be horrible.
Do you love me? Grounds. Yes, I do.
Would
Not
you like to see my
intentionally.
suitcase? Would you like to build a suitcase? Would you like to get inside? Maybe go for a ride?
Do you want to build a fort? Stack it on the floor.
This is my fort. It is not yours. It's built out of bank boxes, but that is for sure.
Jesus, we shouldn't stream together, Mo. It's
No,
we are too
you
ADHD.
got me on the first week of school when I'm Twitter pated and absolutely trying to make sure that, all children have shoes and backpacks and everything else.
I never seen this name before. I have to check out who that is because I'm trying to grow my list and maybe some cool names show up. I can discuss
Well,
certain cases
yeah,
with.
I mean, I'm willing to hear other perspectives. I'm willing to
Yeah.
be open to it as far as that. I just, the way I look at it outside as a layperson, I see she's been given her chances, and I don't
Yeah.
have an issue with it.
He feels like she should be given another warning. But again, she had 8 lawyers, and each and every one of them said it was because she couldn't handle herself. Thank you so much, Holly Mac. 10 gifted memberships to Tail Light Confetti Fairy. That sounds like someone who follows the Karen Reed case. Helena T. Emotional Lemonade. Motion and Lemony. Kimberly, Ohio. Patty McDaniel. Loopy G. Pamela, aka Pooh Cat. Sleuthy Goothy, another. Do you ever go on shows, Sleuthy? I would love to talk to you about all the behind the stuff you did on the Karen Reed. Kristen Adams and Melody Lewis. Welcome to the Muffin Tops. Yeah, she's gonna, when she comes out, she's gonna be a millionaire on YouTube because she makes suitcase reviews. If you have a boyfriend that's more than 5'6", I would recommend the Samsonite Ultra. It's durable, easy to close, and has a easy slide zip. So that's
No,
if you go
Sarah's going to
below-
get famous for inventing a zipper gap, you know, in case you decide to experiment with suitcasing, safeties for suitcases. Sarah Boone safety.
She's gonna be a suitcase tester. That's what they were doing. Jorge was applying for a suitcase testing job, and he failed.
You know, having listened to Sarah all these times and written or read her letters and, you know, occasionally dressed like her, I could understand hiding in a suitcase. I mean, not zipping it up anywhere she has control, but I could see hiding in a small place until she calmed down.
It could be. Imagine having her, Sarah. You're gonna take a time out in court and just stuffing her in a suitcase.
If they don't roll
And
her
now you
out
say
on
that you calm down.
if they don't roll her out in a Hannibal Lecter dolly, I'm going to be so sad. I feel like we as America were lied to about the shock shackles, and I feel like we need the Sarah Boone in the Hannibal Lecter dolly to kind of bridge that trust in our judicial system. Because, you know, we all wanted to see Brooks just a little zapped, okay? Or, okay,
Now-
I did. I won't speak for everyone else, allegedly in Minecraft.
We were promised shock collars in that case, and we didn't get shock collars. It was a lie.
I know,
But
it
he
was a
believed
lie.
he had one on.
How did he? Okay, Baker, here's where I don't understand how he believed that. The shackles on his ankles were locked together with a metal thing. How did he think he was in shock shackles with a metal padlock on? I mean, I'm not the smartest person, but even I know that's probably not how that works.
Because electricity doesn't work that. If it had been in Canton, I would have believed that that electricity would work on metal items because science. But hey, shizzys Raiders. But no, in there, no, I don't believe so. I don't think he was that. Let's be honest. I don't think he was that smart.
You know, he might not be a Mensa member. They might have rejected his application, just like, you know, the subpoena for the state of Wisconsin.
Could you, as a convicted felon, run for the DA's office if you have an elected DA?
I think it would depend on the statutes and what their regulations are.
I would love a DA, Boone's or Brooks. Just sit there and say, jury nullification. Tell them about jury nullification. But that would ruin our case. jury nullification.
Oh,
Fedorowski
and
has a new
thank
video
you.
up. You should go watch that immediately after we're done.
And thank you, Wolfram, for gifting 5 Mo in the Deep End memberships. Welcome to the Church of Mo, everyone. We have dark chocolate and sarcasms, no patchouli oil, and no plastic recorders. Those things are audio assault weapons, and they will not be allowed. So welcome, Jadzia, 1969, Nunya Bitsness, Brenda, Crystal DeCero, Mad Mom, welcome, and thank you, Wolfram. And if you guys got those from Wolfram, give him a thank you and welcome to the Church of Mo.
No, the lawyers can't tell you what's wrong, why you're leaving. You have to be diplomatic and say, well, it was because of inconceivable differences. Even if you want to write, she wanted me to put her on the stand and I knew she was lying, so I couldn't. You call that an ethical obligation.
Yeah.
Have I seen any of my mods over here? I see I see Wolfram and yours. I haven't seen any of my mods. So they could
It looks
share
like
your link.
Marissa's up for you.
Oh. Normally it's me. Nope, don't say that. She's a married woman. It's a Monday Christian channel. Thor, what's the over-under betting pool of Sarah Boone using subject matter jurisdiction defense? I haven't heard anything so far that makes me believe that she got the pro se litigants handbook. I wish she did. But so far I haven't heard her use any of the magic words.
I have not. I think she's not going to go sovereign citizen. What I think she's going to try to do is, again, maybe mirror her, what was it? Her first lawyer that wasn't taken out by conflicts of interest, Bankowitz. He was going with the sort of DV, kind of battered woman syndrome type defense.
Yeah.
The problem with that, at least in my opinion, and this is only mine, is that she does not act like someone who has been cowed and had hands laid on for years and years. And she really doesn't, she seems like the aggressor in every single, videotape that we have, or even in the letters we have. She starts off sweet, but then, the judge becomes a, conspirator trying to get money, or they're, her lawyers are dimwits and dolts. So when things don't go her way, she becomes aggressive, and that's not going to play out very well for this optics of, a submissive woman who was scared to death of her partner, especially when, some of those records have come out and it looks like she was, if not the aggressor, but definitely a full participant in, well, just a rumble in the jungle sort of thing.
And if you're on my Discord, his autopsy report is in. I have always, when ongoing cases I'm covering, I have my wonderful sleuth team. They put in the documents, but his autopsy report is in there now. If anyone have the interest to dig a little deeper. Hey, Libby. She didn't get her highlighters.
I know. That's so sad.
I hear she's auctioning off the bowl that was used for a haircut to raise money for her defense. She does
she
have
has to buy hair
every
gel.
mom.
Hair gel.
She has every mom 85 hair.
I will tell you that the wig I used to play her has so much hairspray and gel on it right now that it barely moved when I put it on the little head form. It was just like, it was plastic, basically.
It's I saw those twirly people in the Olympics who jump into a pool.
Oh yeah, the synchronized swimmers or artistic swimmers, I think is.
No, synchronized
divers.
Divers, yeah. This was supposed to start 8:45, but nothing is come up. So we don't know if court is closed. We are trying desperately to figure out what's happening. But I saw their hair. They put gelatin, like you used to if you want to make a jello or something like that. They put that on so that it's just a layer. It looks like what do you call them? Caramelized apples. With
Oh
that,
yeah, so it's crystallized. It's got like
Yeah.
that candy coat. Yeah.
yeah. Can't wait to see chat when it officially comes on. Well, I think we'll be sitting and everyone will be looking in awe because I think she excels at everything she does. So I think she'll
She
excels
is.
at being pro se.
She was a high school honor roll student. I will say she's got better penmanship when she's not in full crazy mode than I do. So, you know, all things considered, good penmanship, Sarah.
It's yeah. I read that one with the commercial in it. That was kind of hard to read.
Yeah. What she doesn't get is that generally your judge is going to know these very basic state statutes. So you don't need to remind him of it. And I still don't understand how her right to assemble is being violated. But I'm willing to let her tell me how her right to assemble is being violated.
I loved when she just put in every. I know kind of the basics ones you're supposed to know about the Constitution, the Fifth, and then the 14th and the 6th and the 1st, and I'm just, has this got to do with freedom of speech? Nothing.
Yeah, again, she's not protesting against a government policy. She's in jail. And it's not a pulpit. For the love of God, those are in church. It would be read to judgment or, the judge's gavel falling or anything. But good Lord, this woman she's a midwit trying to be a, big wit, and she looks like a nitwit.
I love that she at one point wrote the same sentence twice. And I read it and thought, yeah, I did get a stroke. And then I went back and no, she wrote it twice. And then that with the 5 motions in one page where it was just indigent, destitute, pro se, litigant.
Yeah, you don't need to write your title. Although I do kind of want to get a business card for her that said just indigent defendant Sarah Boone with a little suitcase on the side.
Yeah. As Mo said, the more worked up she gets, the more Karen she turns. I think she's gonna be hell.
She's not going to be able to control this. So when anything that she doesn't agree with is on, she's going to be doing. Yeah, I mean, she's going to. Her face is underlined bold in caps, and yet again, this is not going to be what you want to project if you are trying to go for I was afraid for my life. But she does not have it in her to work within her own best interest when she feels like her honor is being, I guess, impugned.
Yeah, it's well, she believes that everyone's covering this case is gonna be millionaires. So didn't she in one of the letters mention that she wanted to have some of the money that this case is going to bring in? I believe she, in her second or third, when she went full loco, I think she mentioned something about money for her because everyone is going to be a millionaire. And
oh yeah, and Judge Wooten was like hoarding the money. He was in with a cabal in cahoots with the rest of us YouTubers. And I guess the local media and Florida's sunshine laws, which she still doesn't quite get, even though she has access to the law library now. she's like, everyone keeps putting out stuff against, my will, making people very confused about my case. I was like, sweetie, it's not a hard case to figure out. You videotaped it.
And Recovery Addict, people have been checking the website. It should be going. And thank you for the rate. Please stay safe. Roads, there's always some fools out there driving on them. So keep your eye on your six and come on, start the convoy. Bum, 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 bum. Just remember asking if the bear is on your tail. I just watched Cannonball run the other day.
I was wondering. I watched season 6 of A Young Sheldon. So I'm like, the 80s were okay. We had some good music. Thank you so much.
Apparently, Vices have said it's 9:30. So in 15 minutes, it was set on the docket at 8:45. That's why we started at that time. So we hope. He's working hard. He did. If anyone deserves a break, it's Recovery Addict, because what most people don't know about, because how hard is it to be a YouTuber? You just sit in a chair and watch the screen. That guy, even when there's nothing really on, he keeps streams going for 7 or 8 hours every day. That's so impressive. And he got that call-in system, and it's...
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
He's got all the setup thing, and I can barely... Look, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. My Stream Deck is still in the box because I got it all set up one day, and then I pushed delete as soon as I thought I was done, and I put it back in the box to resist throwing it out the window. I am so terrible with
it's
with
actually
technology.
when you understand how, because you have to keep your, like my drum roll, have to keep it the same place every time or change the destination. I have deleted all of my sounds more than once. It's a little
okay.
annoying.
I'm glad it's not. I had spent 2 hours because it takes me forever, and I was so proud of myself. I got little pictures on the box and everything, and then I accidentally pushed delete, and I was like, "Son of a biscuit!" I am not doing this again. But Recovery Addict has like these big button things, and it's just so awesome to see him work, because I'm like, how in the world do you magic that?
And there's no things on it. It's just colors. No. How does he know? Well, he has to do be a YouTube streamer school for all of us nimwits. What is the history of Miss Boone? Did she date this guy for a while? I wonder if her ex will be witnesses. She did. I think, had they been together for 6 years?
So the timeline is a little sketchy, but if you go to her body cam interview, she has been together with Jorge for 3 years, and she was divorced from her husband for 1.5 years. So there's a little bit of overlap.
Yeah, well, it happens in modern families.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in my family. The first kid's always born outside of marriage. Then we get married, and then we had the next one.
Well, my youngest sister is actually doing everything right, going to college, not being married or, entangled. So I dropped the news on her this weekend when my parents were having their moving sale. I was like, sweetie, you've done everything right. You get custody of mom. I was like, I have 6 kids. I got an out. Should have started early.
Just putting a banner up because a lot of people are asking. Not that
Good
anyone will read my
idea.
banners. And by the way, while we're waiting, Mo's link is in the description of the video. You could go over there and give her a little likey poo and a follow wallow, because Mo is perhaps the funniest person on the YouTubes.
Well, thank you. I just say what comes. I rarely have a filter, but I try. when I'm on Baker's channel.
Vamp, Baker, vamp.
Yes.
What?
What? So, I also Baker is kind enough to let me on his channel because as a mom with a bunch of kids, sometimes I can't do a full trial sitting all day, but he's kind enough to let me on, and I get to talk. And you invited me on, and I really didn't know anything about the Karen Reed case when I started watching it with you guys. So it was really interesting to have people that knew all the things from the beginning kind of explaining things to me, because it was such a dense case and such a intricate case. Because I remember the first couple of days when we were talking about Snow and who had a cell phone charger, I was like, what does this have to do with the case? And you had already been there for, I think, 12 days listening about Snow. He's like, we don't know.
Oh, it's Lally. Someone asked me
True.
to, because I did a reenactment. I believe it was Sunday morning when I got up at 5:30. I do my best work when I don't sleep, and I believe I was asking kind of like this. So Miss Boone, can you give us some background? Yes, I was an honor student in school. Did you
You are
excel at everything you
daggone.
do? Yes, I always excels in everything I do. How were your relationship with your neighbor? Well, my neighbor is an illegal immigrant who should be taken by ICE. Why do you claim that? He wouldn't let me borrow the toilet when, his wife wouldn't when she doesn't like when I come around.
Because I'm beautiful. I am beautiful, and she can't handle all of
It was the
this.
downstairs toilet. It was the downstairs. I wouldn't let anyone borrow my toilet, but the downstairs toilet, everyone is. Why go take a dump in his toilet?
Well, I mean, for someone with cotton mouth, she shouldn't have had to use the restroom. I mean, again, look, if I could just be her third-party intervener, y'all, I'm telling you, I would buy a Yeti cooler. I would have that thing stocked full of cans of Diet Dr. Pepper, and I would down them faster than the prosecutor in the Edgecombe case. And when Sarah said, "Hey, could I have a Diet Dr. Pepper?" I'd be like, "Nope, sorry. These are for non-felons." And I'd come in a Sarah Boone wig because, well, I'm a shenanigans goofball. But I mean, state of Florida, I am willing to go down there, just meet my demands of, a big old cooler with some Diet Dr. Pepper and being able to, tell Sarah to be quiet and put a muzzle on her.
I'm just thinking now. I saw Bob Cousins ask this. Will she go in there and point to the chair next to her and said, "Your Honor, I obtained counsel. Jesus will take the wheel."
If she gets up and says, "Your Honor, Jesus has forgiven me, and I think the state of Florida should too," and just sits down, because it was not intentional, and Jesus knows.
I read this book once. It's called The Bible, and it says everyone can be forgiven. So why can't I, Your Honor? Are you saying you are a better person than Jesus because he's in the Bible as well? You remind me of Jorge's family calling me the blue-eyed white dragon lady.
If she had never committed a crime, if she had just a day in the life of Sarah Boone channel, I would hate watch the heck out of it. I mean, she is the type of person I would never be in the vicinity of willingly, unless I was, bribed by the state of Florida. But to watch her shenanigans, and could you just imagine her? She goes in with a coupon that's expired. "I need to see your district manager. I'm talking to your president, and I'm going to put you on Yelp. And I'm also going to start a Facebook group. Now you let me have this, Rite Aid coupon for, 10 cents off baby powder, or I'm going to cry."
I just have to say, I'm not coming back to this prison ever. That hash brown was soggy. I wouldn't even call it soggy. It was damn near running. Well, it was scrambled eggs.
I do want to see the letters she's received in jail. I do want to. I do want to see the letters from her fans, and I want them to be able to explain themselves because of what is going
Sorry,
on.
Fuba, but I'm constantly sitting here updating to see if anything comes up. Now I'm going to share it so Fuba doesn't start crying. We would be able to hear it all the way from Australia. Fuba made this graphic.
You know, I do somewhat feel sorry for the judge. I mean, look, he had to lay down the hammer, but he also opened himself to constant, nonstop, literary barrage from Sarah Boone. So, he rolled the dice and he ended up getting about a 5.
I haven't seen any other body cam footage other than from that morning. So
Yeah,
no, I
I
haven't
mean,
seen that.
it is what I would love to be able to understand about Sarah is how in the world she can so get in her own way but not see how she's doing this. The absolute obliviousness, but then the just ironclad will to believe that she is not only right, correct, but a luminary and the only one with vision that can see this. I don't know how you combine those things, the complete obliviousness and then the just ironclad will that you are always right and awesome. If I had half of her self-confidence, I would be Oprah by now.
I would have been president of the world right now.
You would.
Yeah, she's amazing. Believing so much in yourself. And Thal is saying, if you want to trigger recovery addict, just say OBS is better than hardware. The difference is one is software, the other hardware. Well, I don't really understand OBS, but
Yeah,
I'll take your professional advice on that one. Not to annoy recovery addict,
bless
but
Shizzy. He tried to teach me OBS, and I'm trying to work on it, but it's about like the Stream Deck. I'll be honest with you.
no. Everyone, look at the scroll in the bottom. Court should start at 9:30. After I put it up, more people start asking. I think a lot of people are listening to us, not watching us.
I tend to do that, like when you guys were when I was trying to catch up on the Karen Reed case because you were going to go and I offered to help Marissa and Jamie. I was trying to listen to it and I was like, what are we talking about? Why are we talking about snow? Little did I know there would be 3 more weeks of snow.
Imagine, and the funny thing, I get in fights with idiots all the time over that case still. Yes, the stream has started, but not the court. But I get, and they are still saying that. Well, how do you explain the snow? I said, I don't care about the snow because the snow has nothing to do. The physical evidence shows no car hit that body. Yeah, from the experts that the FBI hired and didn't give all the evidence, they had the same evidence that Trooper Paul had, and he used the scientific sentences. How did the glass end up under him? It just did.
Oh my gosh. If Sarah says, I will prove to you things and stuff, the end.
Yeah. Found a channel, Transparency, and he has lots of footage of Jorge in live. Info on Sarah in jail body cam when police would arrive for domestic calls. She was always drunk. Jorge calm. Both of them have been in prison, and both of them then bailed the other one out the next day. So yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. They were toxic together. It was not a good relationship. But to me, at least from an outside observer, Sarah has this pattern of behavior. She did it to her ex-husband, and her ex-husband stayed within, as she likes to say, corpus mentis, and, would either run away from her or, keep his hands to himself. Jorge didn't. She would go after him and he would tussle back. So
Terriers are normally a little aggressive.
true.
No, Lily, I didn't.
Why couldn't she be a happy drunk?
They never are. People
No.
who I never met an alcoholic who was a happy alcoholic. They are always, because they know they are messed up, so they always
Yeah.
turn self-loathing into other people loathing. I haven't seen that lawyer, but I'll have to look it up. I put down where the hell did I put it down? I just wrote on a piece of paper that two things that I have to look into.
It's mentor lawyer. I wrote
Yeah,
it
but
down on my.
oh, I just couldn't read my handwriting. It says
You sound
mutual
like me.
mentor. I love that I take so many notes and then I forget where I put them.
I know this sounds like me.
Yeah.
Well, and the sad thing is, and I don't know if the prosecution has talked to Jorge's family, but this is the point that I bring up a lot of times.
Hey, Mom, I got a new unit. And
He got a new unitard. You heard it here first. Perhaps things and stuff will work for Sarah if it almost worked for the state in the Karen Reed case. That's the worst part of it. That jury still thought, even though two experts in crashes said, nope, didn't happen, still believed it happened. That's why I'm always saying, don't trust the jury. Excuse me, I'm the happiest of drunk. My seventh dwarf name would be Slushy. Well, I grew up with a lot of, but you're not that kind of drunk that have to sit at a bar all day. Have to be, you're kind of functioning under the influence. I had my best buddy when I grew up. His dad, we called him quarterly alcoholics. He would fall off the wagon, stay off the wagon for maybe 6 months, a year, get back on the wagon, fall off. And you could tell every time he fell off the wagon because he was always one big excuse and always, oh, can I buy you this? Can I do that for you? And he just hated himself so much. But he couldn't break the cycle. That was so bad.
Sorry, I had to learn about the new unit. Apparently, if you play Roblox, you can get new mystical or magical units. I'm not quite sure. I have listened to many dissertations from my youngest son about roadblocks, and I just have a mental block on it. But there you go.
Marissa's biggest questions: how did a grown man fit into a suitcase? Or was this one of those wonder if you could fit into that suitcase kind of things? 5'2" and 103 pounds. Well, my spine couldn't compress enough that I could be in a suitcase.
Neither could I. I am not that flexible. I need a big old suitcase. I'd need the glamping style suitcase.
G-Unit. Anyone thinks she spiked that Dr. Pepper with vodka, she probably wakes up with the shakes. I bet you that Dr. Pepper had something in it because she was like a moth to a flame about that. Can I it's just on the counter. No, you can't go into the house, but can I get my Dr. Pepper? No. And when she straddled that bush.
That was the most, a normal human being would have gone behind the bushes and, just drank out of the hose there. No, Sarah had to straddle a bush and nearly fall over.
They will give her some civilian clothes because it's not to prejudice the jury against the defendant. So even though she doesn't have a lawyer to bring her a suit, they will give her some Goodwill clothes. It will probably look kind of like the clothes she normally wear, but still, it would be from Goodwill. No, I have confirmation from Marissa who have called the courthouse. Some workers are late coming in because of the storm, but court should be going. And someone told us that Vices said that it will be going 5 minutes ago. So hopefully something starts up soon. But until then, we are just backpedaling as much as we could.
Yeah.
I could fit in my
Now,
suitcase, back case 59130.
oh, well, I mean, that's a talent. I would put that in your LinkedIn profile. I don't know how many jobs you'll get from it, but that is definitely a talent.
Well, Anita, maybe the reason they went away from that defense is no expert was willing to give that testimony they wanted for the amount of money that the state offered. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not the strongest. We know from the Letitia, was it Letitia? No, it wasn't Letitia Stark. Which one was it with the weird old lady whose son smoked
That
weed?
was that was Letitia Stout. That was Dr. Beverly Lewis.
Yeah. You can always hire her. She will give you a DI. No, what was it? TIDI.
D or DID,
DID, yeah.
dissociative identity disorder.
Everyone has that in her book.
Well, true. If Sarah were smart, she would ask for a plea deal with reckless homicide or involuntary manslaughter. Now, I don't know that would work if that would work with the, malice that she showed in that video, but if she were smart, she's already put in nearly 4 years, go with the plea deal. And the problem with that, and I think what's going to really bother people, is when she gets sentenced, no matter what, she's already going to have this good behavior time. So the sentence is going to be shorter. And then with, however Florida does the good behavior, if they do a day for day credit, it's not going to be the time that I think George's family is going to want or Jorge's family is going to want. And I think that unless the prosecutors really explain how that's all going to work, I think they will be even more hurt. And I think that's going to really bother a lot of people.
Yeah. That way she said it, it's that's horrible. And Scorpion, Broken Baker is like to know why he couldn't force his way out by pushing legs against it. Wouldn't the seam get up? Wouldn't canvas give? That's the thing I love about being on YouTube's. People think I'm smart. I don't know. Well, I think I know why he couldn't, because biomechanically his legs would have to have been in a position where he couldn't put force on them, because your legs are
Whiteboard of truth. Oh,
this is why I
body
got
man of
bent.
truth. Oh, I love that idea. But Baker is smart. Look at him. He got a little guy to show all the things.
Yeah, it's well, I got it from my therapist who said, show me on the figure what Jamie hit you the last time. Well, this isn't working. But if he was in this position, then biomechanically you can't put force, because the force in your legs come from this position. So if he was bundled up like this, he wouldn't be able to produce enough force.
Well, that, and I'm guessing his upper torso was also bent, so he's not able to get full air. He's probably panicking, and it would take a lot of mental training, I would think, to not panic or do that to
something like this, and you can't move. So that's it's asphyxiation comes into it. He's in the fetal position. Yeah, something like that. And if you're stuck in here, it's kind of like when you're out wrangling gators. Gators, when they can do this, they're really dangerous. But you can keep their mouth together with a hand, because they don't have the same amount of power or force to open their mouth, because they are meant to clap it together and drag with them, so they can hold their mouth shut but they don't have much muscle to open their mouth.
Yeah, and I do. I have not looked at the autopsy report, but I do wonder if there was any truth to the neighbor saying it sounded like she pushed something heavy down the stairs. I do wonder, I'll have to look at that later, but I do wonder what other extraneous, bruises and other things they were able to. Cats. If it's not the kids, it's the cats. But I do want to see what other things they found. And I think that, again, if she were able to, in her mind, accept a plea deal, I'm afraid she's going to go up there and get murder one because she is so terribly unlikable that the jury's going to be like, we'd like to upcharge her
Yeah.
on our own account.
Did you say death penalty was off the table, Your Honor? Can we put it back
jury
on?
Fortification.
Barnabas, funny thing, I had we were having my nephew's birthday party here Saturday, and I was sitting there talking to my other brother and his girlfriend about what is it you do on YouTube's, and I said, well, right now I'm going to cover this case with a suitcase, and then one of the nephews said, what was he doing in the suitcase? I said, they played hide and seek, and this 10-year-old was smart enough to say, but she knew where he was. That's the biggest problem so now I'm actually been thinking about it. They probably played hide and seek by putting someone in the suitcase, and they had to get out and find the other one, and that's why she didn't go look for him. That's a better defense than I went upstairs, fell asleep.
I mean, honest to goodness, just say it's a kink. No one is going to ask a lot of questions. Look, he likes to be in small places. It gets him, happy. And it was going to be a romantic evening. This hide and seek thing is the weirdest thing. Also, if anyone else, I want to know the puzzles and paintings that Sarah did with Jorge, because I can only imagine they look like a Rorschach test from Freud's most scary dream of his mom. So...
Travis Lee Aldridge asks, is there going to be a stream of court proceedings or just a clickbait conversation using the fact that there is a court date today as the Kindle?
We are actively waiting for the court hearing.
We know as much as you do. We hope there will be a live feed. We are actually looking for it, have been looking for it the entire time. Is it just clickbait conversation? I don't know if my conversation with Mose are clickbait. I have heard slightly moronic.
I'll take slightly moronic. I'll put it on my on my LinkedIn. Slightly moronic and clickbait.
But we are hoping that there will be a hearing because on the docket it says that they should be going at 8:45. Marissa have called the court. They said they're delayed because of the storm. Some workers hadn't come in. Everyone who is also covering this trial right now is doing the same thing we are, hoping a live feed will go up. So it's not a clickbait just to lure people in, because I would have better things to do than sit here and look at a screen and constantly update my my YouTube feed in the hopes that someone goes live. If I use clickbait, I normally do them a little more smackshall.
Boobs sell. I totally get it. That's Baker wears a tank top, and it brings all the girls to the yard.
Hey, Queen Olive. Clickbait. Well, normally I'm been called a tease, and with another word for a male hen in front of it, but that's Valhalla who calls me that. Talking about and not a tease, and who isn't clickbaity. It's Jamie. Oh my, oh my.
Hi guys.
Hello. You're looking very nice. I love your Pink Floyd t-shirt.
Thanks. I had to go out and do stuff, so But I'm back.
Yay! I can just
Paul says, just bring me on. I'll entertain you for at least 10 minutes. Don't promise these ladies 10 minutes. They have been disappointed before.
Sadly true. So what's going on?
We are waiting.
we
Because
are clickbaiting everyone with random conversation about this about this case while we're waiting for the state of Florida to appear. We have subpoenaed the state of Florida, and we'd like to see it in person.
That's great clickbait.
Okay, guys, honestly, the person that represents Florida, are we thinking full mullet, Ray-Bans, and possibly a gator belt with a big old Florida buckle? Or are we
And
going
flip-flops.
And flip-flops and board shorts? But denim, self-cut board shorts.
Yes, that's exactly what came to mind. The minute you said it, I had it all pictured. I'm like, yep, that's it.
They had over 10 inches of rain, so a lot of roads are flooded. Yeah, but I would still like that we knew when, if it's got delayed, that I don't have to. Thank you, Fuba, for the picture.
I didn't think, I mean, if it's not hitting that area, it should be okay, right?
In the Perry neighborhood outside Taylor County Elementary School, one of the emergency shelters for the folks here. I want to show you that conditions here have definitely
it looks wet down there.
The rain and the wind is not pounding nearly as hard as it was earlier this morning. The trees are not flailing as much as they were before. And all of the flooding that we were expecting to see has pooled behind the fence there. You can see a substantial amount of water just standing behind that fence. It's definitely kept things from flooding in this area. We took a drive to the streets nearby, and we're seeing the streets starting to flood a little bit. So that pooling there definitely did help. We'll of course stay on top of all the conditions here as the day continues. But for now, that's the latest from Perry. I'm Kenya Cardone.
All right, thank you, Kenya. Good to see those flood control ponds doing their job, making sure that all that excess water has a place to go.
Anyone who is in Florida, I hope you stay safe and you don't get flooded, because it looks like there's a lot of water coming down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they going to be calling a zipper expert? Well, Sarah have filed a motion to get the expert she
wonder
needs.
if there's one of those, like in real life.
Well, I can recommend a few, because I've watched some movies online. Some ladies are really skilled in zippers.
Are they generally stuck in a wash machine?
No.
What kind of movies were these, Baker?
It was
Pretty
it was educational films.
Yeah.
Mostly of German descent.
How-tos.
It was, you have the Reading Rainbow, and then you have other movies.
So quite a potpourri of viewing entertainment you have.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to watch the Grand Prix, and then zipper experts, and then, Bob Ross.
We have a part of Denmark, whenever the TV goes crazy and said, oh, it's going to be the storm of the century. And they always send people over there, because that's on the western coast where they get hit first when it's from the North Sea. And they kind of jokingly says, it's always a storm on TV, but as long as the udder doesn't fly off the cow, it's just wind.
The udder doesn't fly off.
Michelle's Mixed Media Madness. I am from Denmark. Denmark, the superior Scandinavian country, next to the worst place on earth, Sweden. Sarah Samsonite Esquire. That should be her name. I could pretend to be Sarah Boone's attorney for 100K. I'll do it.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I still say Dave does it, and he lets us all be at the table, and we can all
Yeah.
pretend to be paralegals.
You
I just
can
have to
super
stop
chat.
stickering.
You can super chat objections.
Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be?
That'll be a hoot and a half.
It would.
Well, we could use the best of our YouTube lawyering knowledge to help her out, at least.
I know.
Yeah, I don't think her talking about, well, I left this part open will help her defense. I don't think she admitting to doing it 10 times during the interrogation will help her defense that it wasn't intentional. So, yeah.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out for her. If this doesn't premiere on ESPN The Ocho for suitcasing the new national sport of Florida, I don't know what I'll think, but I definitely feel like this needs to be on ESPN The Ocho too.
Yeah. We got a lot of alerts on our phones last night and this morning in Tampa Bay area and here Orlando and Winter Haven area has been hard also. I hope it's not too bad. I hope it's just water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope everyone stays safe. And yeah, water can be devastating. I mean, it causes so much damage. And do not try to drive through it. I say this as a mom who has 2 girls that are learning to drive. Do not try to drive through puddles. You don't know how deep that water is. It's never it's a gamble. Don't momming
have
the
that
entire internet.
Yeah.
every time we have a strong rain. We get this because we have like a road going under a train line, and it fills up with water. And it's in Copenhagen. They're close to Sweden, so they're not as smart over there. And there's always 2 cars stuck somewhere down there because I can drive through it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure your Tesla loves going through water. It's really good for your battery pack. Boone is still receiving her alimony payment, so she isn't exactly broke. I thought that kid lived with her. That I don't understand the American system because in Denmark you pay the birth or the home parent, the one who has the custody at their
I
address.
think it's because of the general disparity in the money that she would make alone and the husband made because he was, he had one of those things called a gerb. So, but it was amazing that he stopped paying alimony when she was in prison. I mean, he's probably gotten the first good night's sleep he's had in however many years he was married to her.
Yeah, and it's well, I don't. Again, it's court ordered payment, so of course she has to pay them, but he has the kid. She doesn't have the kid on visitation, so it's not like she's gonna need money for taking him to the movies.
And it's not like she didn't hit him up for more money when she and Jorge needed it. I mean, look, first of all, she wasn't faithful because we did the math. The last 3 years of her marriage, and she was with Jorge for 1.5 of them.
Yep, but that's not unheard of that someone is still married and then they decided, nah, but just because of all the legal shenanigans with the kids and stuff like that, we'll keep it on paper and we would lay with other people, as the good book says.
I will say that Dreading, the YouTube channel, has a pretty good deep dive into the husband and a lot of these kind of issues and maybe red flags, but he's the first YouTuber I've seen that really digs down into kind of the husband's body cam and a little bit of what he was going through with her as far as the marriage, and it was really enlightening. I mean, this behavior is a pattern for her. I don't know when she started drinking or when she became this person, but this is not a new thing that just happened.
Oh, that's I just maybe she can't be brought in from prison. I don't know how that is, because maybe workers can move too, but maybe the prisoner put it on lockdown. I don't know. I don't know enough about it, but because it's so annoying. Ada K, who is also a great streamer, people should go watch her.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She has called her Sarah Boone motion series. So every time I refresh, it's the first one I see, and I think, oh no, it's still Ada, because I think, oh, it's live now.
Scorpion, that's true. That's true. I will say that cheating is a hot button issue for me. That's why, if Scott Peterson turns out to be innocent all these years, he was still a douche to me. So, I mean, he may be innocent of, the crime, but he was still a dirtbag husband. So,
yeah, we have in Denmark, the wife can sue for, or the husband can sue for alimony if there's a big discrepancy in income, but it has to be. But again, we're actually getting into that discussion right now from the what we call right-wing parties, which in America probably would be kind of Hillary Clinton, because I live in a socialist paradise, who are saying maybe we have made it too easy to become divorced, because we have this massive welfare state that will pay you. If you're a divorced woman or husband and you don't work, you will get a free spot at the daycare. You'll get extra money. We have a stipend for kids every 3 months. You get, I can't remember how much. It's a long time since I had kids that got it. But until they are 18, they get like, I believe it's 2,000-3,000 every 3 months. But if you're single, they'll double that amount. And you can get free spots at a football club if you want to play sports. So it's become so easy to be a single parent that they're thinking maybe we have made it too easy to figure out how to get divorced, because, well, Mother State will take care of all of us. Transparency has the T on Sarah. She must have paid to get the jail records.
Well,
Muttergeld and Kindergeld. Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, our Kindergeld is supposed to help the low income, but we have a guy who has done really well for himself, who is, I think he is a billionaire in Danish money, so he has a couple of $100 million, and he wrote to a paper and said, why do I get this money? Why don't we regulate it by income? No, because it's a right for everyone. He said, yeah, but I have to pay this amount of taxes to get this back. It's absolutely crazy. Why don't we do it for the low income people? Nope, it's a right for everyone. And that's the beauty of living in a socialist state. You pay a lot of taxes, and they'll give it some of it back to you, because that's how you buy your votes.
mm-hmm.
In France, they pay you to breastfeed. I believe in Hungary, Poland, they'll pay you if you have more than 4 kids.
oh, hey, I'm moving to Poland.
Ist eine schöne Land. I believe it is. I haven't spoken German in so long. We don't know. We are working behind the scenes to try and figure out if it will be live streamed. It was supposed to go. Apparently, someone have said to someone that there won't be, but we are trying to figure out if it will be live streamed. Court TV have said they will go live when it starts, but until then, you'll have to listen to all of our crazy stories and me trying to speak German.
Well, we could watch the video of Sarah trying to get a drink of water and laugh at that, because that has to be the most.
I can't. Then I can't sit
that's
here
right.
and.
True.
So, well, I can do that. But, where the hell is that going?
What?
I was looking for Fox 35 Orlando because they showed some of them earlier. So I just wanted to see if they had something coming up. Because I can see the Clara is playing an old hearing. But I just want to see if Court TV have it lined up to go live. Talk amongst yourself. I'm behind.
Okie dokie. So, what are we thinking is the over-under on Sarah objecting to every question?
Oh, 100%.
She's going to be like, hearsay. A lack of foundational evidence.
It's going to be ridiculous because she's going to get huffy about everything, and that's what's going to sell her down the river. She's going to be so unlikable. Because when you're trying to be way too smart, like she acts, it's not going to work for you.
She doesn't have the humility. She doesn't have the persona to play the battered spouse thing, to look scared and demure. She doesn't have that personality. And I hope she just goes with, look, I didn't mean to go upstairs. Just go with the unintentional defense at this point. Just play it off. Because that's what I would do at this point. I don't think she's going to have anything else. I don't think that those motions she wrote with, to be determined, because generally, I think you have to have actual
homicide.
Ooh.
Baker. Yeah, I agree.
But I do wonder how she is going to play things. I wonder if she is going to testify for herself, because I think that will be absolutely too hard for her to deny, because she in her mind believes if she were able to give her narrative, people would understand and agree with her. They really don't. She really doesn't understand how she appears to other people.
Mm-hmm. Well, what do you think if she just came out and was honest about it? I mean, yeah, he got in the suitcase, because I believe he got in the suitcase. That's my perception, because she didn't put him in there. He got in there. But she wouldn't let him out. That's the whole problem.
Yeah.
But be honest about it. Just be like, yeah, I was mad, but I didn't think anything. I don't know. If it's just this whole hide and seek and I didn't do anything and I'm so innocent. It's just not working for her.
No, I think that there would have been a whole different disposition on this case had she been apologetic, remorseful, and come in and said, this was a terrible mistake. This was awful. I feel terrible, instead of asking if I'm going to get, my engagement ring back.
Yeah.
Because I bought it.
I was mad at him. It was a mistake. I didn't think anything was going to happen. I thought he was just going to be uncomfortable and mad at me when I let him out in the morning or whatever, what she was doing. But instead, no.
Just to make this a little less creepy than some guy put in a suitcase, Zachariah chooses to share. What a coincidence. I have to pay to be breastfed as well. Obviously, I mean, well, my children are young. I bought my mom high-quality groceries to ensure they were well-nourished. Thank you for sharing.
Great save.
Oh, Lord.
Well, apparently 1,000 people have 1,000 stories about this, so it shouldn't. Maybe it isn't going off right now. Maybe it's being streamed later. Maybe it's because of... I can take this banner down because that was 30 minutes ago. It was supposed to start. So let's take us back to most favorite moment. Come on.
What in the Walmart rapture is this?
There you go. The straddle, the bush straddle. With her hot pink booty shorts on. Sarah.
No bra, no
Good
hair
job.
comb, just, you know.
And she got those skinny, I've been drinking my entire adult life legs.
Can I get those?
I know. Could
Well-
I mean, I don't want to drink, but
I'm fine with mine.
It's those flappy, malnourished legs.
Malnourished.
I love the cop in the background is trying not to laugh. And see, this is reason number 87012 why I'm not a cop, because I would have been busting out laughing at this. I don't put myself in.
Mr. Babamook, it was supposed to start 30 minutes ago. Well, it was supposed to start an hour and 15 minutes ago. But now people are telling us that it's not going, that it might be delayed, that it's because of the weather, because of Marissa have called court earlier, and they told her that court was starting later today, but she didn't ask specifically to the Sarah Boone case. So I'm not 100% sure if it is going to go, or maybe they'll just tape it and show it later. And if they do that, if we can get confirmation it's not going to be live, there's no reason for us to keep all y'all just sitting here waiting. Also, Baker never reads my super chats. I don't do that, Zach, out of principle.
Oh, yeah.
You're the one. I will never read any of your super chats on screen. Mr. GST 360. Yes, mentor lawyer met with her, and he claims a different story. I haven't seen it. Hello. Tell Baker the hearing is cancelled. Why is Crime Spice faster with the info than my Snoop squad? Oh,
She
we have
snoops
jobs.
too. She's a good snoop.
Yeah,
Sounds like we need to expand the Snoop circle.
Yeah, Josie and Marissa normally is kind of fast, but we have a real life. Doesn't exist.
Is her name? Are you calling her Josie now?
Yeah, because I'm not allowed to call her Jody.
Oh, so you changed it to Josie. Okay, gotcha.
What in the Richard Simmons workout start in this post video screen? Yeah, it's kind of like, she looks kind of like Richard Simmons.
She does. She has his legs, to be honest, and the hairdo, kinda. We know what Sarah's going to be for Halloween, at least.
Sarah is delayed again in getting her discovery. She just can't catch a break. Well, then the case will be delayed.
Catch a break. Oh, Mandy.
But is this official?
I mean,
because then we can send people on their merry way, and I don't think there's really anything else starting today, so we don't have anything we could start up on, and we do have we have Karen Reed Friday.
Ooh.
So I might try and see if because I was recommended, some people they said maybe could be good to have on a panel. Might think of doing a panel after the hearing. So
So where are we standing on that? I've been kind of out of the loop trying to get more newsy nuggets out and off, craziness, starting 2 more channels.
Karen Reed, you mean?
Did we get confirmation that they had come up with not guilty for the first and third charges, or is that still scuttlebutt?
They're having that hearing on Friday about he's going to argue those motions.
All right.
Yeah.
Has Bev been any less insufferable? I mean, I still have the wig, y'all. So
I am sadly blocked by what's her name on Court TV, so I can't see if they had put out anything on. I don't know why Court TV have been in my chat watching my streams, but they blocked me on Twitter, so I don't know what's going on.
You mean that one lady, though, right?
No, she's the one who always wrote on Twitter. So yeah,
The one lady.
you type on it, everything can read. I like that post because I get so much hate. I've never been. Well, I used to be married. Other than that, I've never been for the time I've been covering that. No, the worst part is I never ever trolled her. I only used her for updates, and then all of a sudden I went in there, I was blocked. I don't
How
know
are
why.
you blocked, but I'm not? Because I called someone a tea waffle when I didn't realize how Twitter worked. I didn't realize reply all and reply to just the one person. I will work harder.
Yeah, work harder, Mo.
I take it as a block. I'm blocked by Court TV, but I'm not blocked by Yellow Cottage Cheese. I don't get that one. I'm not blocked by Caffeine Daffy. I tell them
Me
they're idiots
either,
all the
although
time.
I called her dishonorable, and well, it really did prove that she might have been a Fed. I was like, you finally proved it to me.
Yeah. I don't know what her name is on Court TV. The one who always updates.
You're talking about Law and Crime, and it's that Kathy lady. Because we were.
No, it was Court TV.
No, she's Law and
Wasn't it?
Crime. Yeah, she's a Law and Crime lady.
I didn't do, but apparently both me and Runkle. So that's a good club to be in. Me and Runkle. So, but Court TV have been in my chat. I thought it was someone who made a fake account, but apparently because people have seen them in Runkle's chat, they said no, they go around to see what works. Why they come to my chat, I don't know. Oh, you've been blocked by Caffey Daffy. Well, I call her an idiot all the time, and she doesn't block me.
Julie Grant, that was her name. I called her a tea waffle.
She is, though. Good God.
Yeah, well,
she's an idiot.
I told
She
her
blocked
that
me
when
too.
she put the pictures of Maya up of her homecoming, and I finally learned out that Caffadaffer is the one that found those. She was trolling Maya's, Instagram and stuff to find those. What kind of grown woman does that? I don't go look at, other kids' stuff. That's just, kids are off limits. Don't do that.
No, but it's the same. Why is Caffey Daffy running around in people's front yards? Because they want the clicks.
Well, that is a question.
There is the treadmill unaliving. He got sentenced Friday, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a case that I'm glad I didn't follow. Kid cases are really rough.
Bye, Jamie.
Bye.
Sorry. I was clicking stuff. See why I can't be in control? I click too much.
Yeah. You won't ever read my innocent super chats about buying my children's grocery. What a socialist monster. I read.
He did.
Yes, we did.
Zach, he did. What were you doing?
Do you think Zach might be getting a touch of the dementia? I know he's old, but
I mean,
is he getting Sarah Boone-itis? Is he going to call for your manager? He's going to call Jamie.
Jamie, please don't pick up the phone.
I won't.
If it's a number from Texas, don't pick it up.
I probably won't. If I don't, you're not in my list.
Same. Or sometimes even if they are in my list, I'm like, I'm sorry, I missed your call. Can we text about this? Because I'm a terrible person.
Or when they call and then you text back, say, what did you need? I do that to my sister all the time.
Yeah. I'm like, could this be covered in an email and not a meeting?
Yeah.
Hey, Antron Hemingway. Good seeing you guys. It's been a while. Why is Sarah looking like she hung over and she needs church lady to get herself in check? Well, because she's hung over and she really needs church lady to get her in check.
She does. Isn't that special? Maybe it's Satan?
Jay say the hearing was canceled. Is it true? I have now had three unconfirmed rumors that this is happening, but I haven't seen anything official because Crime Spies, Jay, I don't know which day it is. Is it the Clever? And Brandy is saying that it's canceled.
I think I would believe them. I don't know.
You never seen this part? Well, this is the first responder who's. We can run a little bit.
Go ahead and start making the call. Sam, could you go ahead and give me his last name? Torres? Spell it for me. Torres. And his first name?
Hey, Jamie, what did you do? Dow down at 1,000 points and NASDAQ down 600 in the last hour. We know it was you. Now, what did you do?
I mean, I wish I did something and make some money somewhere.
Well, you're not. Well, if you shorted it.
If I shorted it, I guess. Come on now.
Jorge. Jorge. His birthday, 2/13/78. And this is the boyfriend. Yes. How long? 3.5 years. Living together that whole time? Yes. Okay. And your last name? Boone. Spell it. Boone. First name? Sarah. Sarah. Birth date? 10/10/77. So
10/10/77.
Collect yourself. Tell it to me again. You guys were playing last night, drinking a bottle of wine, putting puzzles together, doing artwork, artwork.
Ma'am.
Want to know?
Oh my God! Could you imagine this cop?
Do you know what's really sad?
What?
What?
She's 9 months younger than I am. One of us had a rough life.
She's definitely seen some rough road.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's supposed to see all of the discovery today. If they can get her there, the hearing will be held for that reason alone. I thought all the discovery was supposed to go to prison on USB sticks. That's what they talked about the last time. Today was motion hearings.
Yeah. Can you imagine being the cop coming up on the scene and Sarah Boone comes up to you and like, we were having a good day, okay? What had happened was I put him in the suitcase. Okay. Why? We were playing hide and seek. Don't you know where you hit him now? I mean, credit to this officer for not asking those questions, but I would have been like, I have a couple questions. How big were the bottles of wine? Because I'm imagining those Ernest Gallio, like gallons of wine. They're like $8 or something from Walmart. Just the entire jug.
Judge wouldn't allow her a laptop unless things change. Well, the last hearing we had was that she would be granted a laptop which she would have access to from 8 to 4 every day. And the PI's job was to digitalize all the evidence in the case, give it to her, and then she would be allowed to work on her case for 8 hours every day in prison. And she said, but can I get hard copies because I wake up at 2 a.m. and I want to work on and write on it. She had been in the Pruno. And he said, nope, there's no way we can accommodate you because she's sleeping. I believe in a letter she wrote that she was sleeping with 65 other people in a dormitory. So there's no way she could have hard copies of her case files. That was the last. That's the last hearing where she was. Her biggest concern was, how does the press know?
I still want to know what Liza Frank puzzle she did. If it was like unicorns and puppies with rainbows, because I have a feeling it was Liza Frank. And that's what started this whole cursed night out.
Isla Ruiz, we are trying to get a confirmation that it's not going to start today. Apparently, the rumor is Magic Meg says she might have shown up to court, told judge, I don't have all my discovery, and they said, well, then we can't go on, and send her home. We don't know that. That's the best Snoop team on my channel is snooping, but we don't have a confirmation. We have 3 unconfirmed confirmations that the hearing has been cancelled, but we don't have an official cancellation so far. I don't think so. Would she even have a pen at 2 a.m. in jail? Well, can't they get Nobby McNob pens?
Yeah, I mean, you would think so. It really seems, again, she had her chance. I understand that. I am willing to look at, the mentor lawyer and see his argument, but I'm willing to be persuaded. I'm simply not quite sure that I agree with that, but I'm willing to listen to other opinions. I think she's getting a fair trial. She has had a fair shot, and taking away her agency by saying she had, she needs another choice or she needs another chance. She's already gotten more chances than most people do in life.
Yeah. It was supposed to start at 8:45 was the time they had it on the docket. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just my snoops are snooping.
Yeah, I'm
A
trying
cop
to.
bundled me the day she was arrested. I need a lawyer to file a SA case, suitcase assault.
Oh, gosh.
I thought it was only 2 boxes of wine or 2 boxes of evidence. Jorge was an artist. It's not discussed often, but he was talented. Sus that she said they were creating art together. Didn't he work at a fast foods place? Because
He
his
worked at
job
an
was,
Ace Hardware, I thought.
yeah, because the job was really bad to her, to him, and he was in a bad mood. That's why they got a couple of wines. Well, she doesn't drink. She can't drink. She won't drink. But they had 2 bottles of what, 1 bottle turned into 2, and they had been outside all day just enjoying life. Can you imagine how much that house smells of old cigarettes?
Yeah.
But
I just love.
he was working at an Ace hardware store.
I love that Karen Reed has the Canton Constant and Sarah Boone has Schrodinger's Drunk.
Yeah, well, Dr. Pepper probably spiked with a little vodka.
That doesn't sound bad.
What is Danny T yelling at now? I can't find it.
Ouch, Danny T. Ow. Baker's gonna need some lidocaine.
Did I block her so I can't see what she's saying?
I don't know.
It should show up on my StreamYard, but I can't see it. Nah, Danny T loves me. Everyone is referring to it, and I can't see it.
See what?
Danny T, what she said about me. Now I want to know because everyone is laughing at it, so she's probably been mean to me as she always is. That's too much of Jamie and her.
She's never mean.
She put up a fat dog and said it looked like me.
Oh, the dog. Oh my God, that was so funny. Did you see the dog?
No, I haven't yet.
Is this cute, fluffy dog, and said
Aww.
if Baker was a dog, this would be Baker. And It was so true. Like it had your face.
Oh my God. You know what would be amazing if she found like a white knight somewhere. Somewhere someone has to believe they can fix Sarah. Not Sal this time. We don't need future justice for Sal t-shirts yet. But can you imagine a white knight coming out of the woodwork and saying, you know, she was right. It was unintentional. If we have Karen Reed like unintentional people and then intentional people, that would be insanity.
She said, the stream is like Baker's last date. A lot of hype and no payoff. That's what Danny said. Oh, now I'm just sad. Oh, look at him. If Baker was a dog.
He has really kind eyes and he looks really
Look
fun.
at it. Exactly. It's the eyes. Look at those sweet little eyes.
Now we need one of him looking grumpy and irritated when we start talking about Dollar Tree and facial exfoliators.
And hair conditioners.
we need the deadpan face for when Baker just leaves and says, "You girls talk amongst yourselves."
What do y'all think? If Baker was a dog, is it not? Is it not?
Well, that dog's hair looks like mine because it's so humid outside. I have to put it up, or I could straighten it for hours, and as soon as I go outside, kaploop.
Greg and Polly, we are waiting for confirmation that it has been canceled because a lot of people are saying it, but apparently they are saying it with different reasons. Some is saying court is closed. It's not. Marissa have been in contact with court. Court is going today. Other people say she didn't get all of her discovery. We are trying to figure out what, if anything, I put a little Laliism on that, is happening, because there's no reason for us to sit here and denigrate me saying I look like a basset hound. I know I have hamster cheeks, but no, it's not a dog. Marissa can't get hold of court, so I think are we gonna end this, and then if it goes live later, we'll pick it up again.
Yeah,
sounds good. Okay, but one of the chatters said there's going to be a strongly worded letter to this tropical storm and or hurricane, and I have a feeling she will write one because, she had to get up at 4 a.m. to get transported to the court. Can you imagine the I am the victim now again of weather that she's going to write?
Your Honor, I just want to know why it was canceled, because I got woken up at 4 a.m. and I was supposed to go work on my defense at 8 a.m. in the morning, but I couldn't do that because they woke me up by kicking my cut at 4 a.m. So I had to sleep. So I lost an entire day. Will I get that day again before court, Your Honor? Because I feel it's really unfair that they kick my bunk and make me get out of bed when I'm not going to court. That's something like that.
How has this woman not ended up in the infirmary? I was under the impression, and I've only watched shows about prison, but I was under the impression that if you show attitude to the wrong one, it can end up badly for you. I can't imagine that Sarah can regulate her personality. So I am shocked that she hasn't gone to see the infirmary after a little, Gen Pop corrective training, allegedly in Minecraft.
Kelly Mahoney, apparently it's delayed. It's not streamed. It's something. We don't know what's going on. We were told it was on the docket we weren't told. It was on the docket for 8:45. Then we heard rumors that it had been moved to 9:30. Then we heard rumors that court was closed. We know that's not true. Then we heard rumors that she didn't get all the stuff in she was supposed to get, all her documents. So right now we are about to close down, and you can go on your merry way. Have a wonderful day, and hopefully, if it comes out, according to Supreme Court, the first DCA was closed on August 5th. That's today. But Marissa have been talking to court, and court is going. She didn't get specific on the Sarah Boone case, but court was going. They were just delayed because of workers taking a little longer to get to court today. But since then, we have had all kinds of rumors that there's a rumor going on that court is closed. That's not true. So everyone who's on X right now telling you that court is closed, tell them, no, that's not why. But there's also rumors that because of the her not getting her discovery, that's why we don't know. We're just guessing. But we're gonna put shut down. And if they put up a taping of it later, we will come back, pretend it's live, and do the do the video for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet she's a right snitch. Well, she did snitch on her illegal immigrant neighbor because they wouldn't allow her to use the toilet. Is she in jail or prison? Can't speak to the latter, but I don't understand the difference because we only have one kind in Denmark.
Jail is for a short stay, think a rental, and prison is if you're buying a mortgage.
Yeah. Marissa actually called the court. They said it's open, but again, like Baker said, she didn't specifically ask about Sarah Boone, so we don't know.
Yeah. So we don't know anything, but if we get, we'll be having all our snooping, so we can. If it goes live, we will be live. If it's tape delayed as the sport games, we'll jump on that and react to that as well. So if you're not already, do the YouTube things. I hate talking about it, but there's probably a lot of new people here today. If you're on my channel, remember to go over and show Mo a little love. If you follow us on the Twitch twats, we up that there most of the times. I forgot to do that today when I went live. If you're on the Discord, I forget to update there too, and my mods really don't do it either, but we try to do it. So you can see when we're live, because YouTube isn't that good at telling people when we go live. So do the YouTubey things and do the thingy things. Marissa have tried to call courthouse again, but all the lines are busy. Probably a lot of people calling in saying, hey, that's our Boone case.
Yeah, she's on hold right now, she said.
Yeah. Thank you, Marissa, for doing that for us.
To be honest, I think Marissa might like doing that. She's a bit of a Karen.
I was going to say she's like Dave and she just had a little Prosecco in the morning.
No, she just likes to get things done. That's Marissa.
Hey, yeah.
Lefty, court is delayed. In jail, you can have a one-night stand. In prison, you become someone's girlfriend. That's funny. I actually had a thing I wanted to talk about on Stabule Day because, but then we didn't have Stabule Day.
Oh my gosh, is this a Dear Deirdre? Oh.
No, it's not a Dear Deirdre.
Story.
It's... Oh, you did this story.
Yeah.
But prison officers having smacks with male inmates. It's what?
Do you not
and
realize
like Sarah Boone,
thing?
she filmed it.
Yeah. I can't show the video, but he's apparently smoking a little of the devil's letters while he's filming that, and then also filming his body getting jiggy with it with a prison warden who is also an OF model.
Yeah.
We had a prison lady who did nature movies, and because in Denmark you have 2 channels that shows nature movies at night to keep you calm. One of them was shown where she was in it, so she kind of had to stop her job.
What
But
did you
the thing
call?
I was looking at was somewhere down here where they says where is it? Where is it? Well, it says something about them cutting holes in their uniforms for easier access. Yeah,
Oh,
some has been
Jesus
sneaking
Christ.
lax as inmates into staff-only areas or cutting holes in their uniforms to make lewd acts easier. Women,
So they went full bodysuit romper thing, and good God.
I'm just saying, women. I know some might have fantasies and stuff like that, but he's not going to call you when he gets out. He probably has a disease. And do you really want to lose your job because he's so exotic, he robbed the bank, he looks really good with a pantyhose over his head? What the F is going on? I don't understand people like that. I really, we had a male prison warden who was kind of middle management who did favors for the bikers, and he got paid in ladies of the night. They don't cost that
But did
much.
they have good reviews?
We're not going to do the review. We lost a lot of viewers when
Oh,
we did the reviews.
Oh,
But
sorry.
no, it was
that
fun.
was funny.
That's a
It was
Saturday thing.
hilarious. Yes.
But in Denmark, you'll have a lifetime pension where you uphold the same salary you had when you ended your job. It's the
Oh,
best pension you can get in Denmark. It's only government workers who can get it. But you'll lose it if you do something criminal. And he got paid in ladies of the night. My buddy was asked to bring a letter out from one of the bikers. He said, yeah, I did the math. Pay me 21 million. And he said, what? I said, that's probably with taxes what I'm going to lose if I get busted taking out that letter. So 21 million, I figured out that's the income for the rest of my life. Pay me that, I'll take your letter out. Can you do me a favor? No, 21 million. I think that's a good deal.
Mm.
Yeah, it's, again, don't do it. Where does lag come from? It's British. They have words no one understand. Yeah, she knew someone was filming. It's probably her phone or someone as a phone she brought in. And again, she's gonna make a lot of money for 2 months on OnlyFans, but she's gonna be out of a job for the rest of her life. Actions and consequences. I don't get it.
Is it really that much money? Is it worth it? Really?
No.
If you go viral, I can tell when I have a good case and a big audience. Yes, you can see the girl. She made how much was it? A couple of. She made 2-digit millions the day she turned 18, which all you guys who sub to her the day she turned 18, I have something that you should be very, very familiar with. Because people who don't do that, they need to meet, well, it's actually Mo's friend.
Oh, Lord Chippy.
They should meet Mr. Chippy. Because if you had just been sitting around waiting for her to turn 18 and you have money enough to pay for that, you're not a 15-year-old guy. You're a sick bastard who should go through Mr. Chippy.
Yeah, it hits different when you have teenage girls, especially teenage girls that are attractive and don't look like they're teenagers. And they won't wear the t-shirt that says, "My mom is crazy and I'm only 16."
Yeah. I hate that. This lass has done an Insta video, but it's calling out people making money for it. Well, Barbara Farthing, we don't think so. We think either it got taken off the docket. The docket looks like it's instantly updated. It hasn't updated on this case. There's been several rumors going around right now. The one rumor we can take off the table is it's got delayed because of rain. No, court is open. But we don't know if it's being delayed because Sarah haven't got her discovery. That's one rumor. Or they are just taping it to play it later because they have done that in some of the other hearings. So we were about to round down when I started talking about prison smacks.
Yeah.
So rude much? I'm always rude.
Yeah.
Iris, as I just said, no hearing. We don't know. Follow us on the Twitch Twat, the Discord, El Cordo del Discordo, and we will update you if we go back live, if we get our hands on anything.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for joining us. I know this wasn't, the stream that you thought you were getting, but, we can't control Florida. They had the hanging chads.
Well, and you have to straddle a bush. So
True.
Maybe they will leave her for the last case heard. Maybe. So, yeah. Is Irish in chat? Did she make it home? Did you hear from Irish?
Yeah, she didn't actually take off until like almost 9 o'clock, I think, at night.
But she was supposed to get drunk at 8.
Yeah.
She probably was drunk at 8, though.
Well, she was supposed to be on the plane by like 3:30 or something like that, so she was stuck in the airport until like 9.
Louise Cox. We were all up for Serenetics, but yeah. Sadly, it's Florida. It's a country of their own. They don't follow the rules, time schedule, or anything else that the rest of us do. But if and when anything happens, we will go live and cover something. So hopefully you'll join all of us. And again, please, Mo's link is in the top of the chat. Go over and show her a little bit of love. And
thank you.
She giggles like a schoolgirl if you touch her like button. I'm just telling you.
Like a tickle me Mo.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wouldn't that be fun?
Okay, so
new
a
merch.
segue and slight tangent, but as my mom is moving, I found my oldest daughter's Tickle Me Elmo with the pizza guy, and I forgot how haunted that toy is, but I got it for her because I felt all the mom, nostalgia, like, oh my gosh, I remember when this, and then I forgot how haunted that thing was. It's like freaking Annabelle. Like in the middle of the night, 3 a.m. Do you want a pizza pie? And it's Elmo's voice at like 11.
Oh my god!
I had to take the batteries out of it.
Furby, and those things are creepy too.
Oh gosh, those things have to be in Revelation. I'm just saying.
Yeah, just say stuff in the middle of the night.
That's really what he saw.
Mo, you have covered all of it, haven't you?
I believe I've done most of her letters. They are not in a playlist, but I can get that going after I stop. We stop this stream. But I do have most of her letters. I don't have all of her hearings, but I do dramatic readings. I believe I did her 2 motions last week as Sarah, and I've done every letter that's come out. So I will try to get those in a playlist.
And I'm probably going to say something. Josie is really good at sharing all the stuff coming out. So I don't know if everything is on my Discord as well, all the letters.
Most stuff is, yeah.
Let's just remind everyone, if you're looking for a prosperous challenge, ready for your close-up on national television, are you zealous with a side of keen? Show the world who you are with your original creativity, extraordinary expertise, confident ingenuity. Qualifications must include being trustworthy, honest, passion-driven, open-minded, because I'm going to tell you a lot of crap that you don't believe. Exceptional problem solving, because there's a lot of square pegs that you have to try to drive into round holes with my story. Skills, client inclusion at all times. Your Honor, I've only talked to him 45 minutes. Team orientation. That's not a big team. Collaboration. Extreme efficiency in listening, communicating, understanding, dedication to success, possessing a winning mindset, capability of excellent in representation, committed, maintaining faith in the client and case with the ability to think differently, overcome all circumstances. Epic opportunity awaits. Sarah Boone, Orange County Corrections Department. Invest in the oppressed. Believe. Love you all. See you all. And we'll
Bye, guys.
We'll do something when something new comes out.
What exhibit are you referring to?
I'm going to make this 100, Your Honor.
All right.
100.
100.
Because it is 100%
100%.
correct.
Objection, Your Honor.
So you literally built a cannon?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
All right, I'm in love.
Go back. Please do that again. Oh, that was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
While I'm waiting for this, did you, whether it's true or not, believe that Mr. Randolph had slept with your wife?
I wouldn't care.
You wouldn't have cared?
No.
Did you believe he had slept with your wife?
No.
Did you believe he slept with your mother-in-law?
Probably did. Everybody has.
So there.
Everybody has.